Hello and welcome back to my Sims World where life is built out tests and cheats true and you are simming with Game Haven X01. Yeah, we are picking up from our last episode and Bri and Gianni is off to work. And yeah, this is Bri's second day. Um and Gianni, she already been working there for a few months, like about 6 months and everything. So let's hop over. We already there go Mr. Jenkins, Azo Jenkins, and he is the CEO. So he's trying to make it in on time and get up to his office. Let's get everybody else in here. Yeah, make sure everybody's dressed. So let's see who else we got coming through the door. So first is Caiden Boswell. Then we got Eric Titus and Janine Foreman. And where is Khloe Stewart? Well, Khloe Stewart, she's on her way. So let me make sure that they change. We're gonna keep Mr. Jenkins in this blue suit. I like this blue pinstripe suit. I think it's really nice. And then we got Khloe Stewart coming down the steps. Looks like she was already here. Yep, she's in her second outfit. Yeah. So, as they are trying to wake up and everything and get the day started, from our last episode, we kind of like left off right here. So, they're just, talking about their weekend and everything. And you remember, Mr. Jenkins is asking Caiden, did he talk to or get with Bri, over the weekend to try to get get some, who they gonna put on the cover? And he's like, I tried to talk to Bri. Bri's like, this is her weekend off. She is not doing any work or nothing. She's like, I see y'all Monday. But I'm not working on the weekend or discussing anything about work. I see you on Monday. So, Mr. Jenkins is kind of upset about that. Mr. Jenkins he is a hard shell to crack. He is very stuck in his ways, and being the CEO, he is very stern on his employees and everything. So now he's getting on Khloe and asking Khloe, did she get the photographer? Did she have somebody coming in? And she's like, yeah, I have someone coming in. They should be here sometime today, before this afternoon. And he's like, well, that's good. So tell me a little bit about him. Well, he's been, taking pictures for a long time and has his license and everything. So that's about all I could tell you. So let's jump right over, y'all. And meet the photographer. Or should I say, create the photographer? Let's get to it. So now we got the photographer here. We're gonna go ahead and get him some cameras and some accessories to, like he carry his office with him. And yeah, he almost looked like Enzo, but I'm gonna try to keep them apart so we can tell them apart and everything. So back over in the city at Beauty to Be, we got Gianni and Bri. They done arrived and everything, so they headed in. And y'all, we got a whole day. We're gonna call a meeting, and we're gonna get into Bri's office, and get her settled into her office space. Yeah, I love the way I designed this and everything. It's really, really nice. And I wanted to make a centerpiece at the bottom, but I didn't know what to put there. And then I remember the this woman body statue and everything, and it's really small, but I blew it up, and it just fit perfect. And you know what this is about, the magazine cover, and the magazine and everything. So Bree is headed upstairs. And we're gonna try to call a meeting. Yeah, during this my time of recording this and everything, it's just I could not get everybody in at one time. So Bree is like, "Good morning, Caiden." He's like, "Good morning. Mr. Jenkins is on his pins and needles this morning." Oh, really? Yeah, he was getting on me about getting with you over the weekend. I told him that you said it was your weekend off. Oh, so he's upset about that. Somewhat. But don't worry about it. You'll be all right. I'm not worried about it. He ought to be worried about it. He the one waited to the deadline. But he was waiting on me to get here. I believe he was. You never know. I don't know. Well. So is he still stuck on this putting Chef Ramsey on the cover? Yep. Oh my goodness, I need to talk to him because Chef Ramsey is not a great candidate to put on the cover. I mean, if it was a cooking magazine, fine. But we're not cooking. I mean, we're trying to cook, but not food. We're trying to cook like with some something vibrant and everything. Really vibrant. Well, what you call vibrant? I was thinking the Caliente sisters. Caliente? Listen, them sisters, they up to a whole bunch of stuff. Believe me, if you put them on the cover, it's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff you don't have to dig your way out of. Mm. I think it'll be a great thing, and it'll bring a lot of attention to the magazine. Well, let me see you run that to Mr. Jenkins. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to see what he say. Gianna, can you contact the Caliente sisters for me? Really? You want me to contact them? Yeah. Send them a message, email them or something. Get with their people. Let my people get with their people. You know what I mean. She's like, okay. And she's like, is that Mr. Jenkins over at the next building? Yeah. I think they need some paperwork or something from over there. Hmm. Really? Are we doing a magazine cover for them too? No, I think he's starting something else. Got to be put into the magazine. This coffee's good, Bri. Gianni. Thank you, Bri. Thank you. So, hey, Mr. Eric Titus. Good morning. Good morning. So it's nice out here. So beautiful. You can even see the ferry out there. Oh, this is relaxing. Yeah, I know a nice spot. Good morning, Bree. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Jenkins. About the cover. Who you thinking? I really think we should go with Chef Ramsay. No. No, 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 no. Uh, Mr. Jenkins, so this is not gonna work. Chef Ramsay is not a good candidate. I'm trying to tell you, the Caiden sisters are in so much scandalous drama that you got to put them on cover. I mean, it would bring so much attention to the magazine. People want to read and know what they're up to. It's an urban magazine. I mean, people want drama. They want excitement. They don't want to open up pick up a magazine with a shelf on there and it's talking about something else. Listen, the K&J sisters are with clothes, fashion, shoes, accessories, cars, money, and then the scandals. I'm trying to tell you, they're the ideal candidate for your cover. Uh, Bree, get the shelf. Where's the photographer at? You keep hollering at me about this shelf. Where's the photographer? He'll be in later. And later, who did you get? My assistant arranged it. Your assistant. You mean Khloe? Khloe arranged it? I would like to see who Khloe picked. Not today, Brie. I heard about your incident over at your last company. It wasn't my fault, Mr. Jenkins. So let's see, y'all. Y'all try to keep up with them and everything. So now we have Janine in there, and Janine, she's like, uh, um, Mr. Jenkins, Bri is right. Y'all keep want to call her Brianna. Bri is right. The Caliente sisters are a perfect candidate. I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm trying to tell him. So you think the same thing I'm thinking, Janine? We don't call her Jean. Jean, yeah, I am definitely thinking the same thing. I mean, they're into so much. I mean, this morning I had to, stop at the newsstand and check out the latest update on this scandal. And let me tell you something. This definitely, is we should put them on the cover. Listen, give me a report on the K&J sisters and write up something really nice. I'm on it. I'm on it. So Janine is going to get a report and get it written up and everything. And actually, Jean is the assistant, I believe. Yeah, Azo's assistant. So she went to go, you know, to pull up some paperwork and get something written up real quickly. And then the meeting is really over with and everything, but they just kind of sitting in there talking about the Cayenne sisters and everything. You remember we met Nina and Dina. We met them earlier at the gym. And, they are in a whole bunch of stuff. And Bree really thinks, listen, they will bring so much attention to the magazine because everybody, the younger the younger crowd um, that follows them will be all into the magazine. And she's trying to tell Azo that's what we need. We need that. Nobody wants to see Chef Ramsay on the cover cooking. So, he was hoping of Chef Ramsay. See, Azo has this, he loves food also, but, it's just like something that, um, I think he just wants to meet Chef Ramsay, and he's thinking if I could get him on the magazine cover, this would definitely give me the chance to meet him and everything, and rub elbows with the celebrities. But Brie like no, no, you brought me here. for a reason. You wanted to hire me on to bring a little bit of spice, pumpkin spice, to your magazine and allow me to do my job. And so he's, like I said, a hard shell to crack. He's just like, but everybody's telling him, "Oh, no, no, no! You got to put the Caliente sisters on the cover." That Bree's right. We wasn't even thinking about them, but Bree's right. We definitely got to put them on the cover. Everybody be reading the magazine, but Azo thinks it's gonna bring the wrong attention. He's hesitant with all the scandals that's going on and everything with them. He's hesitant about it because he's like, I don't want to bring the wrong attention, and then you got to explain, are you part of this scandal that they got going on? So, the Kanye sisters, they in a whole bunch of stuff. And, Kai, he's like needing a little fun in his life. You know what I'm saying? So he's thinking about, like, maybe I will go hang out with them, you know, um, one night or whatever, just for fun. But his brother, he wants, no, 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 no. With Don and all that, no, 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 no. See, how the storyline goes in the Sims story, from what gather from watching other simmers and they talk about the Cayente sisters. I hope I'm saying it right. But okay, Don was Nina's boyfriend, but in Sims 4 he's supposed to be the mother's boyfriend, but the mother is really not the mother, but it's supposed to be Dina aged up. Y'all, it's so much. It's so much. We will eventually get into some of it, um, but not right now. But we'll get into it when we get the magazine or start printing out the magazine and stuff. We'll talk about it then. But right now, we're putting up some pictures right now. And this is day one when Bri and, well, Bri had, she's already been working there, but this is like, um, I mean, Gianni already been working there, but this is like Bri's first day and everything. So we're gonna label this day one workflow and everything. So, but yeah, but then we could use that too. As because if Kai started hanging out with the Cayente sisters, we can end up pulling him in onto the magazine too. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they could meet. Because um, Bri has to go on the news. They want her on the TV too to give updates and everything like that, and interviews and stuff. So Bri is gonna pretty soon be rubbing elbows with the celebrities and stuff like that. And that's why she's telling Gianni to dress up a lot more, because you never know where we have to go during work or at work or whatever. But the weekend, honey, you dress how you want to, But when we're at work, I need you to be a certain way. I don't want to take you somewhere and you're not dressed accordingly, and then they think you're like a little kid or something like that, like I'm babysitting. They won't take you seriously as my assistant. And Bri understands that and everything, and she is very excited to be working with Bri. And so let's get into what happened at Bri's last job. Okay, so at her last job, she got into it with her boss man, and it was over. Um, he wanted certain stuff in the magazine and everything. And Bri went against his orders and everything and wrote what she wanted to write. She bribed bribed the publisher to publish what she wanted to put in there. And when when her boss found out and everything, when magazine after magazine was printed, he was wondering why is this being printed and not what I, agreed to. Um, it definitely left Bree's job on thin ice. But what really did it is when she exposed the scandal that he was in the paper, and after that he fired her. So she ended up, packing up, leaving, and everything, and she had made her money. She made her money, with that company and stuff, especially when she had the scandal out on her boss. You know, um, uh, he paid his way out of that. I'm saying he was cheating on his wife, and to try to keep her silent, uh, he paid her a large sum of money. But the thing about it, Bree never said, she said, I won't tell anybody. She didn't say I wouldn't write it for the magazine. And he took, she was being, smart about it and everything. And he found out, and he's like, oh no, that is telling somebody. She said, no, I wrote it. I didn't say nothing. I just wrote it and had him publish it. And he just fired her, y'all. I wouldn't blame her. I'd probably be mad too. So we got Gianna in there studying up on some paperwork for the office and stuff. Yeah, it's just a book that she reading. But we tonight she's in there studying, going over some files and everything, and trying to get stuff done. And we're at the end of the night, y'all. We had a long day at work. Bree's drinking some more coffee to try to stay woke. She's ready to go home and stuff. And she's like, Gianni, I'm gonna be leaving in a little while. She's like, okay. She's like, I'm gonna see you tomorrow morning and everything. And Bree's like, yep, yeah, I gotta do some more stuff for Mr. Jenkins and clean the offices before I leave. I probably got another hour. She's like, oh, do you need me to stay and help? Oh, no. Bree, please go home and get some rest. I'm fine. I'm a little hungry, but I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm gonna grab me a cold cut out the cooler and everything, and I'll be fine. And she's like, okay. And she's like, Bree's like, what about Khloe? Oh, I mean, not Khloe, but Jean. Oh, Jean's gonna help me. Too. Jean's gotta do some stuff also for Mr. Jenkins and stuff. So, they both are assistants, and even though Gianni works for um, Bree, before Bree got there, she was also working for Mr. Jenkins. And Mr. Jenkins, now that Bree is there, she would eventually switch over to being Bree's full-time assistant if everything works out. So Bree is like, okay, well, I need more to my staff. You want me on TV, you want me to interview, you want me to do this and that. I'm gonna need a photographer to take photos and stuff. I'm gonna need somebody else to but I want to add somebody else in, but maybe not right now. Maybe not right now. Um, so Bree is getting ready to leave. She done said goodbye, good night to Gianni, and she is about to head home. And she said good night, Khloe, and Chloe's like good night. Have a good night. Drive safely. And then we got look at Jenny. Jenny like, wait a minute. I'm going home. I'm going home too. Today look like her feet hurt, had it. So Khloe is gonna stay and help um Gianna. Gianna. And yeah, then I'll get up the coffee mug to make sure everything's all clean. Y'all, the sun is coming up, but y'all pretend like it's still dark outside. Pretend like it's still dark outside, and that those pictures are not on the outside windows. Y'all don't be seeing pictures and stuff like that until I kind of get everything in the process. Everything's set up. Even right here, I had to, take down the computers and put up new computers and stuff because I couldn't get them to sit at the. They could sit at the computers, but they couldn't even turn the computers on. So I had to take them out and everything. But yeah, so Khloe is doing some work for Mr. Jenkins to get his computer set up for in the morning and everything, y'all. And Gianna is tired and hungry. Let's get her something to eat. So we're gonna hop over and everything. And this is Perry. Y'all remember Perry, don't you? This is oh my goodness, y'all. This is what is her name? Halle, ex-boyfriend Perry. Perry is a painter and everything. So he works in the city also. And he landed this new gig and everything. And I'm gonna later on have his crew and everything. So right now let's just jump over into decorating. So right now, I just wanted it to focus on Perry and everything, but there's going to be a crew here also that's going to work in the office. Not the same crew over at Beauty to Be, but a whole different set of people and everything, Sims and everything, and one more artist that will be with him. And he's going to be painting, but I wanted it to be centered right now because this is like it's not his first day, but it's his first day in the storyline. Well, not in the storyline, but his first day here in the building. So you remember from a couple videos back, he landed this gig and everything. So I'm gonna jump right back over into decorating the art gallery and his job. Yeah, let's get it. Okay, now, so a little bit more about his job. So, what really just, he looks so sad. He's sad, like, every time he comes back to the office, he's thinking of Haley, and he's missing Haley a whole lot, you know. And Haley hasn't called or anything, and he has talked to Kai, and Kai didn't really ask what happened, but he knew that, you know, Haley hasn't said nothing to him about it. What was going on and everything. So Kai's more like, "What's up, man? How you doing? Man, I'm sorry about you and my sister, man. You doing all right?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I'm doing okay." And he's just leveled up on level 2, and he's like, Haley, she seems real down and everything. So just the way Kai was talking, um, Perry could tell that he was trying to, you know, scratch the surface and be like, just kind of like you spill the beans or whatever. But Perry, he didn't want to say anything because don't want to upset Haley even more. So, in his spare time, he's just painting something different and everything. He doesn't have any models, anybody to come in and paint. Which, yes, I would definitely have other women that come in and everything that he's supposed to be painting and stuff. But right now, we'll just see him painting this. Okay, we're gonna say that they come in every now and then. The women come in every now and then. Um, and right now he hasn't had any customers, but he still gets paid for his art. So whatever he paints, um, that he gets paid for. The guy that owns the art gallery, he is like, whatever you paint, I'm gonna buy it, or I'm gonna get a buyer, or whatever. So, Perry's like, okay. So Perry comes into the art gallery and goes upstairs and he paints, and now he's finished, and he put it downstairs so his boss can view it and put a price on it and everything. Um, and we don't get him downstairs, and we don't get him to take a picture, so we can know who painted it. You know what I'm saying? It's like his first painting, you know. And this would be like his day one. I think I named it day one workflow, day one painting, or something like that. And I know y'all wonder, why do you take so many of the same pictures? Well, the little clown pops up a lot of times on my pictures. I don't know if that's supposed to be good luck in the video game, or I know that there's a lot of L's, in the game and stuff. So I'm not sure if that's supposed to be, like, mm, like good luck or something when you take a picture, or just saying hey, like peekaboo, I see you. So we got a good picture of Perry, and we're gonna put it right beside his painting. And I later on create his boss. Right now, I'm trying to get everybody settled in. That way, when it's just me and Bri, and I'm telling the story, when she goes up and talk to somebody or speak to somebody or whatever or hang out with somebody, I don't, or them as a group, I don't have to stop and explain everybody at one time, and spend the whole video doing that. But now here you get to meet everybody and see what their job is and everything. And that's another thing. I gotta set Perry up in the career of painting, um, and stuff. Uh, so days that he's off, he'll be here. Like, this will be his job, but in the base game, I can't follow him to work. So I wanted somewhere where he could come and showcase him at work, painting. So I don't know why it's just taking so long right here, but y'all. I want to know, what my viewers, how do you think the storyline is going? Do you like my storyline or do you think it's getting boring? I hope not, y'all. Try to keep moving with the storyline and not staying in one spot too long, of telling the story, and trying to, smush it all up in one video. Um, and everything. So, but eventually, I won't have to do all this, like explain every single thing. There'll be like painting, there'll be like doing this and that. Then, days you'll see them together having fun. I won't have to explain everything that's going on because you kind of already know the backstory and everything and what's going on with everybody. Um, yeah, so we're going to get him some books to read on painting. We're going to get the first level, the second, and the third level, because we want him to also level up in this. And I think level 10 is where he's supposed to be. I'm not really sure, but I got to get more into that. But he could become a celebrity painter, I believe. So I'm gonna have to look more into that and see what all comes with that and everything. Cause we know with Chef Ramsey, he got the chef suit. He's supposed to get the hat and everything. And he's already famous now. And then I think he's the celebrity cook, I believe. No, he's the executive cook. I believe that's what he is, the executive cook. But he's got to be all the way up to celebrity cook. So yeah, and I try to get him the chef's hat, y'all. Oh, I tried so many tests and cheats, true, to get him the chef hat, but he's still not at that level. So I'm not gonna. We're just gonna cook out the rest of it, to get him to level up and everything. So we got to get Perry to level up too. And then we got Ned. Ned is his homeboy and everything. And when him and Haley broke up and stuff and Haley moved out, Perry asked his homeboy, can he come and, uh, kind of like hang out with him at his place or whatever. And I think it was more for comfort. Um, And Ned was like, cool, because Haley been his girlfriend for a long time, and they moved in with each other and everything. So, he was kind of heartbroken when things went sour and everything. So sometimes a friend can, keep you laughing, keep you, from being, sad and everything, stressed out. So, um, Net's like, yeah, yeah, man, I can come stay there. Yeah, 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 yeah. Net got his own place, and we'll later on meet his place and everything. But in that time, I was trying to get Net to be a mixologist and later on join in a class with Kai, and have him downstairs learning to be a mixologist. But uh, During recording, Ned was not happy with being a mixologist. He did not. He's like, when would this ever end? When would this torture end? And I'm like, you think I'm torturing you for you to be a mixer? He didn't like making drinks or anything. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to think of something else for him. And so I went to the career panel and everything, and he's gonna be a tech guru. I believe that's what it's called. And I really don't know exactly what it was at first, till I looked into it and everything. So he's gonna be making video games, and um, like trying out the video games that he made and everything. And we're gonna say that Net is pretty popular locally with the young kids and everything, other video games that he make and stuff. He even sells some of them for a discount and stuff like that. Um, so he's well known for his designs and his video games. Now, Net wants to be more popular, more popular and make a lot more money than what he's making. So we're going to get him to level up in that field and everything. And also with that, he needs programming. So we're going to get him to study up. We're going to get him the first level, the second level, and I believe it's a third level to programming. And yeah, so right now, Perry's calling Ned, and they're talking on the phone. Um, and stuff. And Ned also works in the city. And we're gonna get over there, a little later on. Probably our next video. We will find out where Net will be working at and stuff, and see the Tech Bureau's office. I'm excited about that, y'all. I had so much fun. To just decorating that and everything. As you know, in the city there is so many empty buildings still that I have to fill and everything. I had left one building for them to sleep in, like during my recordings and everything, for them to sleep and eat and everything like that. Because I have to have somebody stay on the lot, or I have to rebuy it, repurchase the lot again. So uh I have a few Sims that are just gonna stay on the lot. And then I have to create some more Sims to be in the art gallery with Perry, like his crew, his work crew. And then Net is gonna have a work crew also. Um, uh, at least maybe two more tech bureaus and everything, and he'll have a boss also. Um, and let's see what else. And I don't know what to get Haley in. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting her into either hair or fashion. That's another career on there. I think it's like a social fashion influencer or something like that. So I'm thinking about getting her into fashion and stuff, but I'm not really sure that or hair. And if we do hair, then she'll be working with Stony. And if she get into fashion, she'll be working with TC at the clothing store. Um, yeah. And we got Lena over at the hospital with the doctor. And already met the crew over there and everything. And we got Sunny Day over there. We got Zayden. We got a few a few Sims over there. Um, and let's see who else. Uh, and then Maxwell. Maxwell owns Maxwell Coffee Shop. Well, it's actually called A Cup of Comedy. Remember, there's a comedy club upstairs and everything. And and Yeah, and it's more known from the teens and everything. But we have adults that go in there too. But the teens, he hosts teen night and everything. So the teens love to go there and hang out and stuff. So who else? Yeah, who else? Who else? Oh, Cece. We gotta get Cece. Cece's supposed to be doing hair, so she's definitely gonna be over at with Stony. So I probably will have um Haley to do fashion, like a fashion influencer, something like that. And she's gonna be like, right now she's like not known or anything like that, but we'll later on get her known out here in the Sims world. So we're gonna have Perry sit down and maybe do some studying with these books and everything with level one. He's looking around like, "What? That's you, Perry. That's you in the picture." So yeah, we're gonna hop right over into decorating. I want to put like a desk and a computer here, and a few more things just to make it look more like an office. So we finally got it done, yeah. I think I got everything in, and it just absolutely makes me feel like it's an art gallery and a little office space and everything. That Perry he can put in and sell his art and everything. So Perry he likes to snap a photo of his art and put it online and everything. This is where it comes in where his boss says like, if don't no one buy it within such amount of time, I buy it and everything. Um, but you could also put it online and see if they're buy it and stuff. And he has the boss has gave him a very special list of clients and everything. These like top paying clients. These are like what's his name? The land grabs, or the goths, or these are like big people in the Sims world and everything, and they're gonna pay a lot of money for it. So he tells Perry, make sure you up the price now and everything. So Perry's like, well, how much should? And he's like, don't sell it for like $300, but sell it for like 8,000. 9,000, so that Perry does that, he ups up the price and everything, and he's making a lot of money, a lot of money. And pretty soon, Perry's gonna be rubbing elbows with, the land grabs, the goths, because he's gonna start being invited to do paint shows and stuff like that. So now that his career is taking off and everything, he was definitely hoping that Haley would be by his side, to attend all this, to be there. And he don't know what to say. He really don't know what to say. Um, And he wished that he would have told her in the beginning and everything. He wished that he would have paid more attention to see that she was uncomfortable with it and everything, and that she knew something, but he just decided that she was up sometimes, just waiting on him to come home. And now that they're broken up, he's he talks to Kai. When he talks to Kai, he's like, well, how's Haley doing? And he's like, oh sure. And he's like, he thought Haley went back home. So he's like, I'm gonna wait till she called because I know how her mom and dad are. But when he finds out that she is crashing with her siblings, he's like, I'm gonna go try to get her back. I'm gonna go and try to get her back. I'm gonna try my best to get her back and everything and see, it's been a while now. I'm gonna see what I can do. So his day at work has ended, y'all. We're gonna hop over in Willow Creek. Y'all, look, this is Willow Creek right here, y'all. Hey, this is beautiful. And I didn't even know. It's like a factory, a manufactory or something in the back of Willow Creek. I didn't even know that. A farm or something. I didn't even know that. But yeah. You see the city, y'all? That's where we was over there in the city. Now we back in Willow Creek. Oh, it was in New Crest City, y'all. And we are headed right for Perry and Net. Well, Perry's home, and Net is crashing with him. There go the Caillou's family home, the mom and dad. So we're right here, and we got Net on the top deck, grilling out. And we got Perry down there. Perry's about to go in. Like I said before, y'all, you won't see this in every video of them leaving out, coming in, leaving out, and coming in. But I, wanted to give you the idea of how they can, come home from work and everything like that, to create a certain atmosphere. Uh, so Nat is done cooking and everything. He threw some burgers on there. Y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This episode is coming to an end, y'all. But definitely look forward to my next video. We're gonna try to get Nat Tech Bureau decorated and everything and get him to work. Y'all, thank you for watching. You are now streaming with Game Haven X01.